Hello everyone. The next topic which we will be discussing is about the cofactors. So what do you understand by the term cofactors? So cofactors, they are non-protein chemical compounds which are termed as helper molecules. So these cofactors, they are termed as helper molecules. Where they are used? So they are used in the catalyst in the reaction and they are extremely important. So we will be discussing that what are the types of cofactors in these slides, what is the function of the cofactors and all the details of the cofactors. So let's start with the first slide of cofactors, that is the introduction. So as I was telling you that cofactors are the non-protein chemical compounds. So they are usable non-protein molecules and they do not contain any carbon. So they are inorganic in nature. So they do not contain any carbon. So examples of the cofactors include, they are metal ions. So what are the examples they include? The examples include the iron, zinc, cobalt and copper. So they loosely bind at the enzyme's active site. So these are what the cofactors are, and they must be supplemented in the diet as most organisms do not naturally synthesize the metal ions. So if we talk about cofactors, then cofactors has been divided into further two categories, that is the inorganic ions and the organic molecules. So these are the two categories of the cofactors. Now we will be discussing both of these cofactors in details. So first we will discuss is about the organic cofactors. So the main classification which we have told you that they have been divided into two, organic cofactors and inorganic cofactors. So organic cofactors includes the heme, that is heme, and the flavin. So these are the examples of organic cofactors. So now the organic cofactors, they are further being divided into two categories, that is the coenzymes and the prosthetic group. So these are the two categories in which the organic cofactors are further divided. Now, organic cofactors, what are these? They are these small organic molecules that can be either loosely or tightly bound to the enzyme and they participate in the reaction. So, in the latter case, when it is difficult to remove without denaturing the enzyme, it can be called as the prosthetic group. So, it is loosely bound in others. So, coenzymes, where it specifically refers to the enzyme and the functional groups of the protein, whereas the prosthetic group, which emphasizes the nature of binding of a cofactor to a protein, and it refers to the structural property of the organic cofactors. Now the inorganic one. So the inorganic cofactors, they are generally metal ions and they are common, their metal ions are common cofactors. So the study of these cofactors, they fall under the area of bioinorganic chemistry. So they, what, in which category or in which field of study they fall in? They fall in the bioinorganic chemistry. So in humans, there are a list of inorganic cofactors which are included in here, that are iron, magnesium, manganese, cobalt, copper, zinc and molybdenum. So these are the inorganic cofactors which is commonly present in the humans. Although there is a chromium deficiency which causes impaired glucose tolerance. So though no human enzyme that uses this metal ion as a cofactor has been identified now. There are other examples as well. For example, iodine, which is also an essential element, but this element is used as a part of the structure of the thyroid hormone rather than the enzyme cofactor. Calcium, which is another special case. In that it is required as a component of the human diet and it is needed for the full activity of many enzymes. For example, it can be used as nitric oxide synthase, protein phosphatase, and ad- adenylide kinase. But calcium activates these enzymes only in the allotropic regulation, which often binds to these enzymes in the complex of cal calbodium. So these are some of the inorganic cofactors. Now this is a very small topic, so now we will discuss the conclusion part. That what is the conclusion? So the meaning of the cofactor is they bind to an enzyme. So this is the meaning of the cofactor, and they are also known as the helper molecules. We have told this in the first slide as well, that these are known as the helper molecules. The binding part, so some of the cofactors they covalently bound to the enzyme. Removal part, so it can be removed only by the denaturation part. So the cofactors can only be removed by the denaturation. It is the form, if we talk about of a cofactor, then it is a chemical compound. The characteristics are they are inorganic substances. Now the cofactors have further been divided into two groups, that is the coenzyme and the prosthetic group. The function of this is they increase the speed of the reaction, and the examples here include the metal ions such as the that is the potassium and the zinc. So these are some of the examples of the metal ions of the cofactors. So this was all about the cofactors. These are some of the references. Thank you.